When I'm feeling down in the dumps, having someone come along and say, cheer up, doesn't really help. When I'm feeling lazy, someone telling me, well, get up and do something, doesn't really help. And sometimes I think about that when people come to church. They come to church most of the time because they're looking for something hopeful and helpful, something to make their lives better, and then they get here and the sermon says, go and do more, be better, try harder. And I often think, that probably didn't help. Now, you might be thinking, well, the Bible does tell us to try hard and be better and be righteous and be different, and we can't stop talking about those things. Those things are all over the place in the Word of God. Well, yes, that's true. But the reason we do those things, the way we do those things, determines whether they are life-giving or whether they are soul-crushing. The way we talk about those things determines whether the message we're giving helps someone or actually makes things harder for them. In Philippians chapter 3 this week, the Apostle Paul talks about the fact that he used to try harder. He used to try to be the best he could possibly be, and he really was. He was really one of the best people you would have ever met. He was the top of his class, but he said, you know what, that just didn't work. So he's trying to find righteousness in a completely different way. That completely different way he explains to the Philippian church, and we need to hear it, and we need to understand it, because that is actually our message. What we need to do is recover the hopeful message of the scriptures. We need to recover the hopeful message that actually helps people, the message that actually drew people to Jesus instead of repelled them. The sermon this week is called Rest for Your Souls, Recovering Our Hope-Filled Message. If you want a way to talk to someone about faith, if you want a way to encourage someone, if you've got someone who needs the hope of the gospel, this is the way to do it. These are the things to focus on. This sermon will help. In our Bible study, we're in 1 Samuel chapter 25. We get a little bit of a reprieve from Saul chasing David all over the place. 1 Samuel 25 is a different story. It doesn't mention Saul at all. In fact, it tells the story about David and his interaction with another man. A man who is just sort of ignorant. In fact, the Bible calls him a fool. The things he does are foolish, and the way David reacts is almost as foolish, and it would have caused a big problem had it not been for the wisdom of a peacemaker that steps in. And so we're going to look again this week at the importance of peacemakers. We're going to listen to the importance of being able to be teachable and take advice, and we're going to see how this one woman named Abigail helps David avoid a huge mistake. We need to be teachable, we need to be able to listen to wise counsel, and we can't just react all the time. That's what we're going to talk about in 1 Samuel 25. You might notice that you're getting this video a day early. Of course, Remembrance Day falls on my day off, so I'm planning to take tomorrow off. And so I'm done with my sermon. I thought I'd send this out now and get you thinking about Sunday. I really think this would be a great Sunday to bring someone. If you have a friend that needs some hope and some joy and some help and a message that might lift them up, this would be a good Sunday to bring them. Maybe you need that yourself. It'd be a good Sunday for you too. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you there.